Welcome back to the Business Tracker video series, your step-by-step guide to building a complete business management system in Google Sheets. In the previous part of the series, I explained how to make your own copy of the business tracker and run the initialize template function. So now you have a fully functional version of your tracker ready for real business data entry. So in that video, I make mention that the next step is going to be entering data in the sales tab. But before that, we are going to focus on the inventory tab. This is because your products and their prices must first be recorded in the inventory tab before they can appear correctly in the sales tab. So this setup ensures accuracy across your tracker and a smoother workflow. At the top left of the inventory tab, you will notice a live date and time display. This feature appears on all your daily use tabs, keeping every section of your tracker in sync with the current day and time. So it helps you stay organized and reminds you that each record you enter belongs to a specific business day, creating a clear time-linked flow across all your tabs. Also, notice the gray columns. These columns are auto-generated and must not be edited manually. Now, they contain formulas that automatically handle your IDs, the serial numbers, and stock calculations. So, keeping them untouched ensures your tracker runs very smoothly. As a new user, start by clearing all the demo data so that you can begin to enter your real products. While doing this, make sure you do not delete any columns that contain drop-down lists. An example is the item type column in column F on the inventory tab here. Instead of deleting those lists or instead of deleting the values on that column, simply set their cells to the placeholder option. Now, when you clear the demo data, only the sample entries will be deleted. The formulas in the gray columns will remain intact. So there is no need to worry about losing any automated calculations. However, if for any reason you delete a formula by mistake or you notice that values in the gray columns aren't updating automatically, just head over to the Settings tab and click the Restore Array Formula button at the top right of the header section. This will instantly bring back every formula without you having to do anything manually. It's a simple one-click fix for restoring all the auto-generated columns and keeping your tracker running smoothly. The Restore Header Formula button at the top left of the Settings tab is only used if a header formula is accidentally deleted, so you can ignore that for now. Once everything looks good, just return to the Inventory tab. You are now ready to start entering your data safely. Now let's begin our first product entry. Remember, all examples here are demo data. So you are going to use your own real business details when setting up your own tracker. Start by entering the date in column D. You can double click to pick from the calendar, which of course is recommended. Or you can manually type the date in the format shown on your screen. Once a valid date is entered, your serial number is automatically generated. Then the next thing is to move to column B, which is your manual stock ID. If your business uses an external ID system, for example, barcodes or probably inventory IDs from another platform, you can enter them in this column. When you do, the tracker will keep generating an auto ID in column C. But if you prefer the automatic stock ID instead, just leave column B empty. The tracker will auto-generate your ID in column C once a date is entered. You can decide to hide any of these two columns if you are not in need of any of them. Like for instance, if you prefer to be using the manual ID column, you can hide the auto ID column. And if you prefer to be using the auto ID column, you can actually hide the manual ID column. So that is going to keep your sheet neat and minimal. Now, the tracker also includes duplicate entry protection. This simply means that no two items can share the same ID. The ID must be very unique. All auto-generated IDs are designed to be unique. But if a duplicate ever occurs, whether through manual entry or a rare error, it will be automatically red flagged to alert you that something is wrong. Now, this is going to keep your data clean and ensures every product has a distinct and traceable ID. In column E, enter your item name. Make sure this name stays exactly the same across all your tabs, most especially the sales tab. Avoid changing spellings or capitalization for consistency's sake. For example, if you use product 1 with an initial capital and your 1 written in figure, if you put your item name this way in the inventory tab, do not write product 1 in a different way elsewhere. You do not write product with an initial small letter or probably writing the product 1 with your 1 written in words. Do not do this elsewhere. Now, keeping the names consistent ensures accurate analysis on the dashboard. So if you change the way you write these names, it is going to affect the analysis on the dashboard. The figures you will get on your dashboard is not going to be accurate. Now, the item type column can be hidden if you deal mainly with physical goods. But if you offer services or digital items, you can use it to classify your entries. Now let's proceed to the SKU column. The SKU column, which stands for Stock Keeping Unit, is an optional internal code that you can assign to each item. For example, you can use PRD001 for product 1, PRD002 for product 2. So this is going to help businesses that manage multiple similar items. So if you do not need it, you can hide it. In the description column, add a short note. For example, you can enter something like digital products if that particular product has to do with digital products. So this is going to help identify each product very, very quickly. Enter the supplier name. So that's the supplier of product 1. Then in the cost price column, enter the amount you acquire the product, say $10,000. And in the selling price column, enter the amount you intend to sell the product, say $15,000. Then in the initial stock column, you enter the number of units that you purchase, the number of this product that you bought on that specific date. You enter it here in the initial stock column. Let's assume we bought 100 units of product 1. We enter it here. This figure represents the quantity that is bought. Either you are buying it for the first time, either you are buying this product for the first time, or you are adding to an existing stock. Probably you have the products already in stock and you now want to add to that stock. So you are going to enter the figure in the initial stock column. Then when you proceed to the current stock column, this, as you can see that this column is one of the gray columns. So that simply means that it is automatically calculated. So this column is calculated by subtracting the total units that is sold in the sales tab. You subtract the total units sold from the initial stock. So that is going to generate a figure for the current stock. So this is why consistent product naming across all tabs is so important. It is going to ensure that the stock levels update accurately. Also, the value of stock column is also generated automatically. This is calculated by multiplying the current stock and the cost price to give you a live estimate of your total stock value. If you proceed to the reorder level column, let's assume that we want the we want this product, you know, to be reordered at 30 units. So this simply means that I want to restock product one once it falls below 30 units. Whenever the stock drops below this threshold, the current stock cell turns red, automatically alerting you that you need to restock the product. Finally, the note column can be used for any extra detail. For example, um, you can enter monitor demand or possibly or reorder soon. Now, to see how the stock alert works, let's record a quick demo sale of 80 units in the sales tab. So let's assume we make a sale of 80 units of product one. When we return to the inventory tab, notice that the current stock now shows 20. This figure is automatically generated once you make sales in the sales tab. And as you can see here in the inventory tab now, this figure is now red flagged. This is simply because it is below our reorder level of 30 units. Now, this automatic alert makes it very easy to monitor your stock levels without manually checking every product. So that's how to set up and manage your inventory tab, from restoring formulas and entering your first product to setting reorder levels and tracking live stock values. I have added 5 more demo entries to give you a quick overview of how the complete inventory tab looks like once it is filled. So in the next part, we are going to explore the sales tab, where you are going to learn how to record transactions and automatically update your inventory and reports. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More tutorials and free business tools are coming your way.